So guys, one of the most important pieces that we need to have in any market is to have the realtor that understands the market and can steer you in the right direction and what to buy, what not to buy, what are the prices, what are the good areas, what are the good areas. All right, thank you very much. So we are here to meet with my realtor, Eric. So he's going to take over the 2 listings that we have, and also we want to establish a partnership moving forward. We have a huge plans for this market, but it's very important to have a realtor. So let's see if he can help us out and steer us in the right direction. So when I contact Christine, we are part of the same mastermind group, and she manifests interested in help us out on the market, right? And one of the main things that we need every time we go to a market, so we just bought 85 homes in Detroit, Michigan. We need to establish a relationship with a good, smart, and savvy realtor that can help us out with the comps, because a big part of our due diligence before we acquire the property is knowing the numbers. So we know exactly how much we should pay, how far we can go as far as bidding, and all that stuff, right? And then after that, we do the boots on the ground, if you're gonna fix the property and all this stuff. So our first goal for any property that we purchase through the tech sale is to sell the property as is in the first 30 days, right? And usually when we do the numbers, the numbers need to work on the 3 strategies that we have. So first strategy is sell as is without touching it, maybe with a 25 to 30% markup. Then if we don't sell in the first 30 days, then we're gonna deploy the second strategy, which is gonna turn into a fix and flip type of thing, right? Gotcha. So the numbers need to support that as well. Of course, that we leave a little bit more wiggle room when it comes to the pricing, because sometimes we don't have access inside the property, so we don't know what it looks like. If the property is abandoned, we can kind of have an idea how much it's going to cost to fix it. Then if it doesn't sell in 30 days, then we start doing the renovation, and then from 60 to 90 days, that's when the property is going to hit the market. We're going to sell it on MLS to a final buyer, or we're going to rent it and sell to an investor as a turnkey rental property. Okay. Right. So this is our
placement and then sell.
Yeah. So this is our workflow. Okay. Now, I'm here primarily to talk to you about. It looks like she's going to turn over. So we came into agreement and we started working together this workflow of these 2 properties that we purchased, and we did that as a test because we didn't want to dump $1 million on the market and not have a solid partner.
Sure.
Does that make sense? It didn't work so well. So it looks like she's going to turn over one of the listings to you, so we can put it in the market. Okay. The other property she already sold. She has in the contract. The whole thing failed because we were not able to deploy the second and third part of the strategy, right? Sure. So we have a property now that should be fixed or should be on the
fix and flip.
It's not an easy fix and flip. That's some work that needs to be done, but we should be halfway down that strategy already. So this is what I want to discuss with you now. Now, there's another piece of it that going in the future, we have a very good interest and we want to establish a very good activity in this market. And I want to leave it open to you to see if you want to help us out taking over the market. So you help us out with that piece of information, doing the comps pre-acquisition, and then in exchange of that, we can turn it over all the listings to you. And there's also a possibility that's your role as a realtor, and then depending how busy you are or how hungry you are and how eager you are to make more money, you can also facilitate for us if we go down to the second phase of it, which is the fix and flip, coordinating with the contractors and all that. You can become a partner in the deal as well if you help facilitate that part.
Okay. So basically, find the contractors or find the people to do the work.
Yes, because there's some elements that we need boots on the ground.
Sure.
We do it right. And this is the second element. So what do you say?
I mean, it sounds interesting. I mean, I'm, obviously I'm familiar with either the sell it in 30 days because we just did the last one together.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
but that one was a little bit different because it had to be fixed and flipped already, and there was.
You put work into that?
Yeah. Oh, you have no idea how the house was, man. Yes, you have no idea.
I was going to say, did you see what the house looked like?
Yeah, I saw it because what happened? We tried to do we did the barely minimum, but that house was like we demolished half of that property.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, you
So
remember on the backyard? It's kind of like a U kind of shape.
Mm-hmm.
There was an addition in there.
So where you have the house, the garage.
Yeah, you have the house, the garage, and it becomes like a U kind of shape, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that part right here.
So there was something on.
Yeah, there was that part that's open that became like a patio kind of like kind of thing. It was an addition that the previous owner had done it, and the whole thing collapsed.
Oh wow!
So it wouldn't make sense square footage wise to put money and effort into it. Mm-hmm. So we decided to just take it down and leave the original layout of the property.
Okay.
And that's why it looked a little bit, like awkward or off. Yeah, and disjointed. That was the reason why.
Okay, yeah. Because when I went in there, I mean, the lawn, the yard was reasonably cut down and stuff like that. But one of the windows was broken. There was like a
but that wasn't
the floor. And
if you see how was it before, dude, there was it was crazy. Yeah, we did put some work in there. So that's what I'm here for.
Okay.
So the house that we have there, let me give you the address. She has listed right now, and maybe you can coordinate with her, and she's gonna pass the listing over to you. The address is on Mockingbird. So I'm supposed to meet some contractors there tomorrow. I'm gonna see if I can do it via FaceTime because I'm driving my way to Baltimore. I have an event that I'm gonna present in Baltimore Saturday. And that thing goes as fast as 65 miles an hour, so I got a long way to drive.
It was a big RV. Part of me said, I wonder if that's him. And I was like, why would he be driving a big old RV?
Yeah, that's me. So let me get the address here. Hold on a second. Yeah, so it's 6432 Mockingbird Road, Jacksonville 32219. So this is a mobile home that needs a lot of work and has another detached garage kind of living in the back. That's a bedroom, a living room, a bathroom, and a kitchen. So it's kind of like in the backyard. It's kind of like two properties in one. Okay. I'm either gonna be going there today or tomorrow, and I can forward you the pictures to you. I have no idea what is the market value on this. It's a big lot, but I think you can do your analysis and see what's up.
Yeah, it shouldn't be too difficult.
Okay. You have any questions about what we just talked about?
I mean, it's Investor 101. I mean,
Yeah.
it's the unique thing that you have is that most investors will generally do one piece of the pie, and you've got kind of three pieces of the pie. If it doesn't flip immediately, for like I said, your 25 to 30% markup, you're going to do like a fix and flip, which I'm more familiar with.
Got it.
Because most investors, will do a fix and flip. They might do 2 a year.
Got it.
That type of thing. They'll do it extra, for extra money. I do know a few that are like full-time investors, but the investor market here has just been so terrible for the last
no deals, right?
2 years. No, there's nothing.
It's very hard.
Unless you don't mind making $5,000 on a flip, profit.
Got it.
And nobody wants.
So, but that's what I'm saying. If we acquire right, it's actually an opportunity for you to make money twice, because you can represent the lease from us, and you can turn around and if you have investors, the other lease that you work with, we can mail out those deals to them.
Yeah, I mean, if the numbers make sense and the depending on the numbers, the area, things like that. I mean, I know a couple people that, I still know them, talk to them, I'm friends with them. We've worked together for a few years, but, what are we in 18 now? So about 16, all those flip-worthy homes started drying up, and there was no more $20,000 profits or anything like that anymore on these homes. So, but you're buying them, you know.
Oh my God, they need to learn what I do. I just bought a property that's in deplorable condition, and you turn around and sold it, we made $15K without even touching it.
Yeah.
Because we buy at such a discount price through the county auction, that's not even funny. And most investors are not familiar. They're not familiar with that strategy. That's the problem.
Honestly, I'm not either when it comes to county auctions and things like that.
You should read my book, man.
I didn't know you had a book.
Oh my God, I'm gonna get you a book copy.
Yeah, I'd like to read it. I mean, you know, my brother's friends with a guy that used to do that in St. Johns County, but he kind of slowed down that stuff. And I'm like, honestly, know nothing about
Okay.
You know,
Cool.
that piece of the market. But
I guess once you learn that, you're gonna have a really good outcome in 2019.
well,
That's what I'm a lot about, you know, traveling the entire country and creating awareness about those two strategies.